Hey everybody, it's Jules, and I'm here with my May wrap up and my June TBR. Yay! So I'm just gonna get right into it because I have a whole lot of books to show you. Alright, let's do this. Okay, so the first book that I read in May was Deep Blue by Jennifer Donnelly. The next book, and I love this book so much. The cover is absolutely beautiful as it is, and then the chapter pages, they're so cool. And I'm a huge sucker for chapter pages, as you guys know. Big sucker for them. Like, look at it! It's so pretty! And like, yeah, so this was awesome. I love the magic, I love the characters. It just started raining. Oh my god, my poor mom. And so I did have a few ships that died really quickly, and I was like, god damn it. But hey, it's still a really good book, and I highly recommend it if you enjoy mermaids and magic. I'm sorry, it just started raining. Why? But yeah, so enjoy this. Okay, so the next book that I read in May was Room by Emma Donoghue, and this book was absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to see the movie. I have not seen the movie yet. I know, shame on me, shame. But it's an amazing, amazing book, and I'm super glad that I read it. And you should read this too, because it is a heartwarming and heart-wrenching story. And just, like, please, and Jack's perspective, oh my god, I wanted to cry, because Jack's perspective on everything, I wanted to cry a lot. But this book was absolutely amazing, and I highly suggest that you read. The third book that I read in May was Shatter Me by Teknoaxe. I finished this in a day and a half, because, you know, it's really short, and I didn't have a lot of time, because, you know, I go to school 5 days a week, for 7 hours. But this book was amazing. I had already read it. I did enjoy this. I had a lot of OTP moments because, you know, it's Teknoaxe. Teknoaxe's writing, man, oh my god, like, I'm not even kidding. Her metaphor, the way she writes, are these beautiful metaphors that are just like, you want them on your wall, you want them everywhere, because they're just so beautiful, and you're like, oh my god, that's so true, oh my god. And it's crazy, and I just enjoy it, and I'm so excited for her new book Furthermore, because that's gonna be amazing, because Teknoaxe, I love her. The fourth book that I read in May was Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs, and this was awesome. I enjoyed this so much. I enjoyed all the pictures, just the plot line, it was so cool. I read it in 2-3 days. It was really good. And I love the style of, like, the spine. The spine is so cool. It looks really old and antique-y on my bookshelf, even though it's the least antique-y thing about it. Like, one of the least antique-y things about it, because I just got this recently. But I was really happy with this. I was really happy with the way this turned out, and it was just amazing. And yeah, so highly recommend this if you like it's not even that creepy. It's not creepy at all. But if you like paranormal and creepy and fantasy and / sci-fi, this is definitely the book for you. And it's extremely short because it has pictures. It looks long, but the spacing is, and then there's pictures. Like, half the book is pictures, and there's like 4 pictures in a row. Just the spacing of the book is not that large, but it's a really great book, and I highly suggest that you read it. The fifth book that I read in May was The Chronicles of Narnia, The Magician's Nephew, which is the first book in the Chronicles of Narnia series, and I enjoyed this a lot. It was so cool. I thought it was really weird at first, but then I grew to enjoy it, and then I realized the sorceress that they let go is the witch in Lion Witch in the Wardrobe, and I was like, oh my god, I never realized this! But it was just like a moment of, duh, Jules, like, what are you thinking? But this was awesome. read this series. I will be reading the rest of the series in June because, damn, this book was so cool, and it's a really high-rated fantasy series. And I don't care that it came out in the 50s, it's still amazing. The next amazing book that I read was The Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. And I want to cry in a corner. Like, a lot. I really want to cry. And then paperback, which is really, really annoying because I love the hardcover. The hardcover is beautiful. They're basically the same thing, but the hardcover and the paperback are really, really different in sizes. But this book was amazing. This is not YA, this is new adult. I figured out on my own this was new adult. I was like, okay, Sarah, that's beautiful writing there, and that's really steamy, but damn. But this was an amazing book. I am so excited to read A Court of Mist and Fury because I've heard that's even better than this. Like, how can you top this? How? But I heard it was amazing. So I'm gonna read that. And yeah, so like, please read if you are mature enough to handle this, I suggest that you read it because it's an amazing fantasy book. But if you are not mature enough, no. No. Just don't, okay? But I highly enjoyed this, and I recommend it to everybody who loves Sarah J. Maas because she's awesome. Okay, and so the next two that I read/reading in May is Hollow City by Ransom Riggs, and I am halfway through it-ish, and it is so awesome. I love the gypsies. The gypsies in this are hysterical, and I want to be them. And then I am also reading my favorite standalone of all time. You probably don't know this book because it's very, very, very underrated, but it needs more credit. It's my favorite standalone ever. It is called All the Truth That's in Me by Julie Berry, and yes, this is a library copy because I don't have an actual copy of my favorite standalone. It's really sad, but they never sell it in bookstores, so once I see it in a bookstore, I'm like, oh, I'm buying this, I'm buying this, I'm buying this, because it is an absolutely gorgeous book. Like, if you've read this book, you know what it's about, and the cover really matches it. I don't care that there's a model on it, it really matches the theme of the story. So if you don't know what this book is about, it's about this girl named Judith. So she was kidnapped 4 years ago, and 2 years ago, she was kidnapped with her best friend, and 2 years ago, she returned without her best friend, and her best friend washed up in the river dead. And so her village is shunning her because she got kidnapped, and also half her tongue got cut out because the captor let her go, but they did, and since she's illiterate, she can't write anything or read, so she can't communicate, and they cut out half her tongue so that she can't say anything, say who did it, or everything. And there's romance, and there's war. It's absolutely outstanding, and the way she thinks, because you can't say anything. She can't say anything, or can't say anything well. So the way this book is written, it's absolutely gorgeous. Let me find, so like each chapter, so like the breaks are chapters, and it's like, so it's really easy to get through because there's so many chapters. They're small. It's a very small book. There are 3 parts to it. There's 5. There's before, book 1, book 2, book 3, and then after. It's an absolutely outstanding book. I highly recommend it if you are into, this is like historical fiction, and it's absolutely amazing, and I highly suggest that you read it because it is my favorite standalone of all time. Okay, so now here are my TBR books. The first books on my TBR, I'm just counting as one, is the rest of the Chronicles of Narnia series by C.S. Lewis. I'm planning to read on all of these because they are extremely short. I finished The Magician's Nephew in a day, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to read the rest of the series. My books fell. They fell out. Be right back. But I'm planning on, there we go. I got them all back. So I'm planning on reading the rest of the series because, oh my god, this is absolutely outstanding. And I'm not a big fan of all the Christian references since I am an atheist, but I don't mind them because I have a few family members who are Christian. I have a few friends who are Christian, so I get some of the references. But I will be reading the rest of these because it'll take me like 3 days to knock out all of these because they're like really short 200-page books with like very big text and pictures. So it won't take me that long to finish them, which I'm really happy about. Curse you, rain! What? Just today, it was super sunny out, and now it's like freaking pouring. Look. No, you can't look, but it's like pouring. Look at it. It's freaking pouring. Okay, and my next TBR book, which I'm really happy about, I just got it today, is A Court of Misty Fury by Sarah J. Maas. And if you can't tell, it's a signed copy. I have a signed book of my favorite author. Where's the signature? Here it is. It's an actual signature. It's not just a stamp. I'm really happy. And I'm so excited for this book. Should I read it first? Yeah, I'm gonna read it first. But after Hollow City and All the Truth That's in Me, I'm gonna read that first because I kind of need to read those, and I want to read this by itself. So there you go, guys. There's my wrap up and TBR. I hope you guys enjoy. Like and subscribe. Question for you: have you read any of these books? And if not, which books would you like to read? Let me know in the comment section below. I will see you guys next time. Bye!
Galaxy.
Okay, let's do this. Ah! Oh Lord. Alright, okay, please don't fall. Please don't fall. There we go, thumbnail picture. Okay, now time to reorganize. Ah! Oh god, it almost fell. It almost fell. That scared me. Alright, peace out.